So if you hadn't have guessed, it's January 31st-ish. It's nearly deadline day. We've got a game to come up and then we've got money to spend and I don't know if I want to spend it. Roll the intro. No, I won't. Hello and welcome back to the Folkestone Invicta save, this time in proper framing, with nothing being cut off by YouTube or OBS or anything like that. What a schoolboy error that was. Right, we are currently second in the table to Tottenham, so there's been quite a bit of a turnaround. Liverpool can go top, I think, if they win their 2 games in hand. That puts them on 6 points, that would give them 58, so they could go top. But we're still in and around the top of the league, which is very, very good at the moment. The draw has been done for the Champions League. We got Juventus, which I'm not that thrilled about, to be honest. They're very, very good. They've bought, basically they have Cognat, who they bought from Man United for an obscene amount of money, £87 million, who's very, very good. And they've got Patru, who they bought from Man United for an obscene amount of money, who's very, very good. So, yes, I'm expecting us to get knocked out of the Champions League. But we have Nottingham Forest happening today, and then we have deadline day. I'm not too sure how much is going to happen. There's been some changes to the squad, which I imagine at a blink of an eye you won't be able to tell. But yes, we'll just go and have a quick look at them now. There's no activity going on. Everything's been concluded so far. But on the outs, we have sold Dominic Bunga has moved for a potential £65 million deal. I just couldn't really turn it down because he's not brilliant. He's good, but he's not brilliant. But 65 million from China. He had played okay for us, but you can tell just playing 8 games between the beginning of the season and January isn't actually that many. So I forego all sort of loyalty I had to him. I know it'll upset a few people that watch the videos, but yeah, found himself out of favour this year. 65, potentially 65 million. He will play 50 games for them, so we'll get the full 65 million. Yeah, I thought really good deal. We bought him for 30 million and we've made 35 million profit on him. So very good for the club. 350 grand a week for an uncapped German national player. I mean, yeah, I hope he does well. We've spent some of that money and bought in 2 new players. We've bought in, well, 2 central midfielders to replace him. We got rid of 1, bought in 2. It's also with an eye to next year because I think Mariba's not going to sign a new contract with us and he's going to leave on a free. He wants like 270 grand a year and he's now 32, so I don't think that's going to happen. But Hilario Yepes has joined, Colombian international. He wasn't going to sign a new contract with Schalke, so we sweeped in a bit early and got him for a bit of a discount price at 25 million. Played very well pretty much anywhere he's been. He had a good spell in Celtic, and then he's actually done that this year in Schalke as well. But even before that, played pretty well everywhere he was. Like his stats, midfield, he's a squad player, so we don't have to play him a lot, but is very much a backup. Fits the formation we're playing better than Bunga did. So yeah, for 25 million, I thought it was a bit of a no-brainer to go and get him in. And then we've bought in Takanori Matsui, who, you've guessed it, is German. Another squad player, £23 million value. We bought him for 11.25. Was having a cracking season in Serie A, so we've signed him up. And I think he could be pretty damn good. Obviously ripped it up in the Bundesliga too, but has also had some good seasons before with Fiorentina in Serie A. So very excited. They've made a healthy profit on him, but we've bought him in. And I like the look of this guy. Good passing, good first touch, great free kicks, heading, dribbling. He's only 5'5", so I'm sure that heading won't come into too much place. But this is the sort of Mariba, maybe Mazzala that we're looking to bring in if Mariba leaves the club. If not, and they don't work out, there's profit to be had in both of them. So it's been a very central midfield intense transfer policy this summer, or this season. But yeah, it's going alright. We've got people hanging around for Pablo Diego. We've got people hanging around for Carlos Diaz on loan, but no one's interested at the moment. John Robbins has got a few on loan and a transfer from Sevilla. Mariba has Fiorentina at the end of his contract, but he's been a bit of a pain in the arse at the moment and won't take a wage cut. And I think because he's already 32, I don't really want to offer him more money. But he is still very, very good. Camavinga has had Chelsea sniffing around him. Ross, you've had loads of deals that we've rejected. Loads of offers that we've rejected. But that's about it, really. Jan Walter is wanted by a couple of teams, but he won't be going anywhere either. So transfers, that's the quick catch-up. We were last together for... Where were we? There. Yeah, we did the Basel game, didn't we? It was a third little game to see if we qualified, which we did. We then beat Chelsea 2-1. We scored in the third and the 89th minute, so goals at the beginning and the end of the game. Shandon Joseph made it a little bit tense, but it was a bit too late for Chelsea. We beat Crystal Palace 4-1. Very easy, very convincing. We lost to Spurs 3-0. Absolutely dreadful. That's what put them top of the league, and they actually leapfrogged us. Mujebri, who is transfer listed, and I was tempted to go for, but he's 32 as well. Scored 2 goals for them. And where were we? 4-0 loss. 3-0 loss, sorry. And then we played the EFL Cup quarter-final. We played a strong team. So did Chelsea. It went all the way to penalties. They scored in the 89th minute, took it to penalties. Diaz and Paulo Cesar missed for us after Fabio Silva missed his first penalty for Chelsea. And I thought we were going to go through, but we didn't. They scored all the time after that. We missed 2. Bit disappointing. 2-1, we turned that around, beating Wolves though. Talbot scored again. We seem to score and concede late on in games, but I don't mind as long as it is in our favour. Nottingham Forest, who we played today, again, we scored in the 81st, they scored in the 82nd, but the game was, we battered them. That was easy. Talking of battering people, we absolutely battered West Ham in this game. It finished 0-0, but if we look at the stats, we had 24 shots, 12 on target. They had 4 shots, 2 on target. We had the majority of the possession. We had the clear-cut chances. We just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Goalkeeper got man of the match, got a 7.7 and kept it at 0-0. We went and smashed. It was after the international break. We played Oldham, so therefore we went and smashed them and won 5-0, which was lovely. Bournemouth we beat 4-0. Man City we drew 1-1, which was really annoying, a 93rd minute equaliser. Tottenham we then beat them in the cup and got a bit of revenge. Gunnlaugson went to 3 at the back and Gunnlaugson got the winner. And then Blackburn we've just won 3-0. But yes, today we play Nottingham Forest. Apologies if there's some edits in this. I've got a few phone calls that I'm waiting on. So if there's a strange edit during the game or at some point in the video like there probably just was, it's because I've had to take a phone call. But we're playing Nottingham Forest today. We're on game day. I've got the right day. Chelsea drew with Liverpool with Joe Guy scoring the goal, not Lewis Guy. As it has been pointed out, I had a bit of a nightmare in the last episode with names and all of that stuff. Names and dates and everything like that. It's all a bit of a mess. The green screen's messing up just here as well. Just there. So, all professional here at Cultured Left Foot Towers. I think that's what we'll go for. But yeah, Nottingham Forest. We're going to go and pick the team and we'll be back for game day. Okay, so this is how we are lining up on game day. We have Ramos in goal. Alabe comes out to right back because Gunnlaugson is suspended. Fernandez, Gashi and Mayher at the bottom. At the back. Revy and Mariba start in midfield. Chia, Taylor, Pablo Diego and Greenwood up top. And it's a 4-4-2 for Nottingham Forest. It's a bastard 4-4-2. It can cause us troubles, but I think we should be good because we're better than them. So we're favourites for the reason. Go out there and give them no reason why they shouldn't be on the end of a hiding. I'll add those last words onto it. We'll ask the assistant. We'll get into the game and let's crack on with this and get into deadline day after this game. Well, 15 minutes in, it's been very quiet, but we do have a highlight with Thomas Estevez getting a talking to from the referee. And, well, that was it, was it? Just got a talking to, no highlight, nothing like that. Cheers, Football Manager. 10 minutes to go till half-time, and this has been one of the most boring games I've ever sat through in Football Manager. Nothing has happened. Time is ticking down. We've battered them, but not had really that many highlights. And, well, there you go. Half-time, 0-0. We've battered them, but not scored, and I'm going to assertively say I'm far from pleased, because we should be winning. We're at home. We should be going out there. This team is good enough to do it. Revy, free kick, fires it in. Gashi with a header. And Doolin makes the save. He tries to get it away quickly and Agrees gives it to Garza. Garza comes forward for Nottingham Forest. Garza still going and Ramos has to make a save at the other end as well to keep it at 0-0. Good counter-attack from Forest that. Corner's going to come in. It's going to be Nolan. Fernandez heads it away. Javier Chia looks to bring it away but nothing comes of that row. We have some absolutely shocking performances in central midfield there. Diego having a shocker on the left. So Serge on for him. Taylor off to be replaced by Matsui in the middle. And Mariba's going to come off and be replaced by Yepes as well. And, well, 3 subs, 50 minutes in. We mean business here. Mayher into Gashi. Back to Mayher. Into Revy. Taylor. What can he do? Turns. Looks to spread a ball to Mariba. Wins the header to Chia. Chia cuts inside. Finds Pablo Diego. Pablo Diego puts across and Greenwood's there. And with that, we'll just cancel all the subs because they all had a part to play. Everyone else taking off there had a part to play in that goal. So we'll cancel those subs. We're 1-0 up. That is what we like to see. Mariba headed it down to Chia. Taylor picked it up earlier. He put it into Mariba. Mariba gave it to Chia. Diego put the cross in. Greenwood ran across his man. Great header. 1-0. And I was about to take off Diego, Mariba and Taylor. So they proved me somewhat wrong with that situation. So 62 minutes gone. We have another highlight. Fernandez out to Alabe. Standing right back for today. Up to Chia, who couldn't get there. Banchiardi beats into it. Nolan. Medina, our ex-centre-back, has come on for Nottingham Forest. Fernandez wins the header. Taylor picks it up. Taylor comes out to the left-hand side. Diego, Mayhair, who's proved to be a very decent backup left-back for us. Greenwood, oh, he's missed that one. It was nearly another assist for Diego. So 65 minutes gone. Taylor is going to come off for Matsui in that position. And Mariba is going to come off for Yepes as well. So we'll get the two new signings on. See what they can do in this formation in this game. They've played a couple of sub-appearances. This will be the most football they've had in one game. Throw in then. Olabi takes it back to Fernandez. Back to Olabi. Over the top looking for Chia. Chia has got into the area, squares it, looking for Greenwood, but it's cleared away, and Aguiza will come forward, and Nottingham Forest have a chance to break now. Kenny lays it in, loads of space in there for Mina. Good save from Ramos, and Alabi makes the clearance. I just want to update our opposition instructions as they've made some subs. Corner ball, Matsui will take it, fires it in, and it's cleared away. Fernandez hits the... Oh, no, it was a good save. I thought he'd hit the bar, but it was the keeper catching the ball. And, well, Nottingham Forest have given us a bit more of a game here than I would have realised. I thought it would have been a bit more of a walk in the park than this. Banchiardi comes forward with it. Still coming. Cuts it back into Mina. Mina back to Banchiardi. It's an odd 1-2. Kenny. Kenny squares it. Farley's there past the post. Is that Kenny that we have... Did we sell them Kenny as well? I'm trying to remember who we've... Kenny? Marcello Kenny? We didn't sell him, but he has gone to Forest via Young Boys Burn. So yeah, he's just been subbed off. We'll make our final sub with 3 minutes to go. And I think we're actually going to fall back to the three at the back formation. Because we've got Olabi, Fernandez and Gashi on the pitch. Mayhair can fit there. Yepes and Revi can switch round. That's okay. And Pablo Diego, who got an assist, will come off and be replaced by Pablinho. We'll come up front just for the last 5. We'll go for the 3 at the back. It should keep us pretty solid. Forest will get him back into the game a bit more with 4 minutes of injury time. Da Silva looks to turn in behind. Has a really bad shot from range. Pretty dreadful. As they go very attacking, we change our formation to sort of counteract that. As up the other end, Chia into Revi. Back to Chia. Good 1-2 from the throw. Revi, Yepes, good ball through. Greenwood's fouled. It'll be a penalty. I'm not too sure who our penalty taker is. It's Mariba normally, but he's not on the pitch. So who's going to step up? It's Chia, I think. Yeah, Javier Chia, number 7, to wrap up the victory with a late goal. Javier Chia just taking his time on the penalty, waiting for the referee to blow his whistle. Chia steps up, bottom corner, 2-0. Keeps us in contention at the top of the table. We need Tottenham and Liverpool to slip up, but points on the board mean pressure on the opposition as Chia fires it into the bottom left-hand corner from where he's looking. Keeper's got no chance. 2-0. Thank you very much. Good bit of man management in there as well. Game management as Greenwood gets man of the match. And we will be back for deadline day to see if anything happens. See you then. So we're back for deadline day. We've accepted the invitation to take part because it's a calendar day. So I don't know why you have to be invited to take part in a calendar day, but yes, I'm not expecting too much sort of business. I just think it's always good to come back for deadline day in case something happens. Oh, excuse me. As you can see, Mariba is moving. He didn't want to discuss a new deal with us, so off he goes. He's taking a wage cut to join them. The little bastard. 27 million. How much are they going to give us now? You can give us 32, 30. Let's go 35. It's above, so they'll say no. 12.25 million. Oh, do we keep him or do we let him go? He's very, very good. Nah, we'll keep him for the season. We'll keep him for the season and get a lot of use out of him before he moves to Fiorentina. That's a shame. It's a shame he's leaving, but these things can't be helped at times, can they? They cannot be helped. Ross. Middlesbrough made off to loan you. We reject them out of hand. Pablo Diego could leave. They want to have a very good offer. The agreement we've got with him, if we look at the squad, is that someone has to offer £133 million for us to sell him. I don't think they're going to do that. So I'm pretty sure he's going to be staying at the club. Now, I am tempted to try and find a backup right back to Gunnar Laugesen because Bunga was obviously doing that job. And at the moment, we've now got to move Alabi over there. There's nobody really in the youth team. who's ready to make the step up. So I'm happy to go and get an older player if needs be. But ideally, it would be a right back who's on the transfer list, who's very good, but is happy to be a backup sort of player. So we'll have a look, see who's around. Oceano LeBlanc, which is an amazing name. He's £51 million. They want 72 million for him. No thanks. You're all right. Eduardo Vazquez, 28-year-old in Chile. No, doesn't look very good. I think if we can get someone, I mean, look at that. 51 million just drops off to 13.75. He looks. Oh, he's already joining Zenit, so they've already got Ils de Peretti, which is a good name. 25-year-old French, listed for 4.1 million. Yeah, again, he doesn't offer very much though, does he? He doesn't offer that much. Boogers. Wasn't there a guy that used to play for Nottingham Forest called Boogers in the Premier League? Dutch, 26, good tackling, more defensive than probably what we're used to. Yeah, there's not too much around, is there? That's the problem. Let's take off. Let's just go to any. We'll have a look at any right backs that are interested to move to us and see what's out there. See what's out there. See what we can get a pretty cheap deal on somebody. I don't think there's too much that we're really gonna be able to get. There was one guy I was after who moved to Man City called Willian. I think I mentioned him a while ago, and he is someone he's wanted. He's wanted by Leon and Schalke, so we could potentially pick him up. Let's just we'll make an inquiry, just see what they say. So we were going for him at the same time, and he picked Man City over us, which is obviously understandable, as you can imagine. Back, especially when we were going in for him, which was quite a while ago. He moved to Man City, like 2030, so 5 years ago, and he went to Man City over us. 5 years ago, I think we were still in the Championship, so that does make pure sense. I've been trying to sign Osmani back as well, but they ain't having it. I offered them up to, I think it was 92 million, and they weren't having it. So, I don't know who else. They got a right back. They've got Moreno. Kenner can play there. They're not going to sell him. They're not going to sell Moreno. Yeah, Willian is their backup right back. I don't know if they've got anyone knocking around in the under 23s. Who's Juan Carlos Walsh? Who he's crap and very, very young. Won't be able to help us in the first team. So yeah, Willian's one. We'll just see if they come back. They'll probably come back and say we want 132 million for him, I imagine. They want 93 million, so I wasn't far off, to be honest. He's worth 35, so let's give you 40 and 20%. You've negotiated the offer to be 40 and 30%. Okay, I'll give you 37 million and 30%. They're happy with that. A whole percentage of next sale. We'll just have to make sure we got a lot of money, get a lot of money for him. He may not even want to talk to us, to be honest. But this could have taken a turn that I did not see coming. William has considerable interest in negotiating terms. No other club interest. He's a regular starter. He wants to be a regular starter. I think with the amount of games he'll play, he'll probably be classed as that. But we'll try and get him on a squad player, then a regular starter. And we'll add in playing time in 2038 will be a... Oh no, regular starter will be fine. He should go for that. Nope, get rid of that one. Don't want him to be regular, then go back to squad. How do you feel about that? Yeah, you're happy with that? That's good. That's good. He's not going to replace Gunnlaugson, but it will get him to sign, won't it? Let's ask Pearson to suggest 65 grand. He's got to be on more than that. He's got to be on a lot more. He's on 56. Wow, okay. Let's go back into... Why can't I go back into negotiations, please? That would be very handy if I could. Offer contract. Right. So 65, 471k. Don't do yearly wage rises. I'm happy to do that after internationals. Yeah, he wants 100. I was going to say, that seemed really low. So we're going to go for 100 and... We've got loads of money. Money isn't a problem. So we'll go for 97. 5 million. 30k, because now we're in the big time in the Premier League and the Champions League. Literally, money is no object for us. And if you reach 10 games, we'll give you 120k. How about that? No. Wow. Okay, I thought he would be a bit more open to negotiation than that. Well, that's gone tits up, isn't it? So then I went to the director of football and said, "Go and do it yourself." And he's now done an offer of 48 million. which is more than we said, but with no sell-on fee, which I don't really mind. And it's got him at a much lower wage. So, Nigel Pearson might be an absolute hero. Nigel Pearson? That's not his name. Sean Pearson. I'm so bad with names. It's a case of wait and see. Well, I think that's the only deal we're going to try and bring in. I'd be very happy if we can bring him in. We're not at anywhere near our foreigner limit because a lot of the foreigners we brought in as youngsters cancel insurance. I'm willing to enter contract negotiations. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, remove as target then. But he was willing to go. So Sporting want. Yep. Yeah, Robbins can go. He's not. I don't think. Has he played like 2 games? Yeah, 2 games for us last season. He hasn't played for us this season, so happy to let him go out on loan. I still think he's going to be pretty good, but I'm happy to let him go out on loan this season. So let's go and have a look for another right back. So we're sort of willing to spend, I guess, 48 million because that's what I was going to allow him to spend. There he is, the little bastard. He's only 23 as well. It would be really handy. It would have been a good signing as a backup. Juninho is class. He plays a lot better than his stats. The other one is Patel, but I don't think... Yeah, they're starting him at left back. Cedric Moreau is someone I'd be very keen to bring in, but I don't think Man United are going to sell him. A decisive fullback. 57 million. Let's just... No, yeah, you're not going to even negotiate for me offering you his value, so that's okay. Now, I've made a bid for this guy called Teco, who's a short-term option. He's 29, not capped by Brazil, so he's relatively cheap. He's a good all-rounder. He's quick, and he can cross and can dribble, and that's very rare to find in wing-backs and full-backs. He can sort of do everything. I thought as a backup he'd be pretty good. Yeah, it's like 21 million. I'm happy to see how that goes. So the offer's been accepted. He's incredibly interested in negotiating terms. He wants to be a squad player, and his wage doesn't look like it's going to be huge. We're not going to give you a big pay rise. We will not. We're just going to get rid of all of these, and he'll probably still agree to come anyway, I imagine. So yeah, as a squad player, that's fine. Yeah, 89 grand is his starting negotiation. So let's drop him down to 73. 22, 13, and 11. No add-ons or anything. Yeah, we're in a good position here. Look at that, lovely negotiating. We're going to be hopefully he'll get a work permit. He may have a second nationality. John Robbins is going to go out on loan. Does Teco? Because I've realised there's only an hour left of the window. Other nationality is Spanish, so he's got an EU nationality. We can talk about more important matters, please. Teco. It's probably a little bit too much, 21.5 million, but or 21 million for the player, and then the other fees push it up by another half. And we signed him, so he's in, which is good. A player of his calibre, impressed with his recent form. He's in his prime. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that, actually. I asked Mariba to welcome him. Yeah, hello. And there we go. That is deadline day done. We've got half an hour left to go, so we'll just quickly go through. Bill said to go, no. We've done all our due diligence. We know he's a great player. It's totally fine. I mean, I didn't. I saw him, saw his stats, looked at his history. He seemed to be doing pretty well. But there we go. That is deadline day done. That will be the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to be back. Biggest spenders, Bournemouth. Bloody hell. We're going to be back for a mouth-watering game against Juventus. We're going to do Juventus and Chelsea. And then the next episode after that will be Juventus and Liverpool. So it could be 2 deciding episodes that knock us out of the Champions League and knock us out of the title race. We'll have to wait and see. But thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the transfers and the players out. If you're new, please subscribe, like the video if you've enjoyed it. But for now, I'm out. Cheers.